confess. I have prosopagnosia. I cannot differentiate human faces. Is that what this was about? You want to mock me for my disorder?
No, not at all. I'm not making fun of you at all. In fact, I feel kind of bad for you. No, the reason I brought this up is that there's an excellent chance the person who killed Snake has prosopagnosia.
What do you mean?
I'll just come right out with it. I think it was you, Ace. You killed him.
Why do you think it was
That's
you?
ridiculous. What possible evidence do you...
I have 3 pieces of evidence. The first, think back to a few hours ago. You made us argue over the 3 doors here in the big hospital room.
He put himself to sleep.
There was no way all 7 people could go through them.
No.
Lotus suggested that we sacrifice one of us. Then you, Ace, said, I'll stay here. Why would you say something like that? It's pretty simple, really. You didn't want us to see the dead body in the shower room. You see, if Ace stayed behind, there were only 2 doors the rest of us could go through. Doors 7 and 8. There was no way we could get through door 3, the shower room. You knew that, didn't you, Ace? That's why you volunteered to stay behind.
Come on now, I think that's going a bit far.
That's actually pretty sensible. Pretty well reasoned out.
I can understand if you're jealous of my bravery, but...
Not jealous of your bravery at all.
Please don't devalue my actions. I only wanted to save the rest of you. Surely you can understand my altruism.
Altruism, huh? You already knew, didn't you? You knew that whichever doors we took, eventually we'd end up back in the big hospital room.
What on earth are you saying? Of course I didn't know that. How could I have?
Really?
Yes.
Oh well, that's cool. I've still got 2 more pieces of evidence that say you're the killer. The second is that, as I said earlier, you have prosopagnosia.
Then you mean to imply that a person who can't distinguish human faces must be a bad person? Junpei, they call that prejudice.
No, I am not that stupid.
Then why?
Well, before I explain, I suppose there's something I should tell you. The corpse in the shower room. It's not Snake's.
Correct.
What?
I didn't put it together right away, but there was something Clover told me. She said that Snake's left arm was prosthetic. He'd lost his real arm in an accident, but the body we saw in the shower room, let's call him Guy X. Guy X's left arm was definitely flesh and blood. In other words, Guy X couldn't possibly have been Snake.
Did we see... Well, did you see his left arm, though?
Oh, God. No. That's impossible.
Let's say, hypothetically, that the killer didn't have prosopagnosia. If that were the case, he would immediately realize that Guy X wasn't Snake. Even if the clothes were the same as Snake's, their faces would be completely different. It would have been obvious they were different people. And yet, they still killed him.
But to open the door in the first place, you need at least 3 people. So, who else opened the door with them?
Why? Why would they kill a stranger who'd only just shown up?
They did, didn't they, Razzie?
On the other hand, if the killer did have prosopagnosia, it makes sense. They thought Guy X was Snake and killed him.
Wait just a moment. Let's say you're right, and I mistook Guy X for Snake. Even if I did, I would have had no motive to kill him. Why would I want to kill Snake?
I can think of at least 2 motives. 1, Snake knew about your past. If he ever revealed what he knew, that would have been really bad for you. You really didn't want that to happen. So to make sure Snake's mouth stayed shut, you killed him.
About his past? Oh, is he one that ran the first game 9 years earlier? It sounds like Snake was the one that was in the first game. And I'm thinking Ace may be one that ran the first game.
2. Snake had a grudge against you. You knew that, or at least you could have easily assumed he did.
Yeah, if Snake knew who you were, then surely he would have had a grudge.
Even without exposing your identity, he was a threat to you. You never knew when you might be attacked. You couldn't ever let your guard down. Every moment was a moment he might try something.
As long as we're assuming that as long as I'm right with assuming that he was one of the people that ran the first game.
You didn't want that kind of danger hanging over you.
Hey, hold on a minute. What's the past that Ace wouldn't want us to know? Why did Snake have a grudge against him?
Look at this.
What's this piece of paper? The Nonary game was played once before 9 years ago.
Yes.
The person with the number 2 bracelet attended the game 9 years ago.
We're guessing Snake.
It was planned by the following 4 people. Cradle Pharmaceuticals CEO Gentaro Hongo.
I think that might be Ace.
What is this?
It's the message from Zero. It was in the safe in the first class cabin.
Give me a break! That paper is a lie! Someone is trying to frame me!
So that is your name.
Me. You said me, right?
You just admitted that that is your name.
Wouldn't that mean you're admitting you're Hongo, the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals? Or am I mistaken?
Very well. I admit that much.
So he was one of the 4 people who ran the first game.
I am certainly the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceutical, Gentaro Hongo. So what if I am? I don't know anything about this Nonary game that supposedly took place 9 years ago. Everything on that scrap of paper is bullshit. Someone is trying to set me up, you see? First of all,
Of course you would try to convince us otherwise.
Junpei, you're claiming I did this all by myself.
No.
Think that over, all right? How could I have killed Snake all by myself?
True.
Not Snake. It was Guy X.
Yep.
I don't care who it was. You said the killer put this other man into door 3, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Then I couldn't have possibly done that alone.
No.
I couldn't have opened door 3 with only myself and Guy X.
I agree there.
Nope. You could have.
Oh, yes. Bracelet 1 plus bracelet 2 plus bracelet 9. Does that... Yes. 9 plus 2 plus 1 is 12. And then the digital root of... Well... 12... 1 plus 2 is 3. So he took the 9 bracelet. And it was only the one person.
Huh?
What?
Actually, Ace, when you were unconscious, I took something from you. Remember when you were injected with that anesthetic and fell asleep in the big hospital room? Yeah, back then, I took this.
No! You couldn't have!
I got you, Ace. Your right hand there tells me all I needed to know.
Yep.
You want to tell me what you were so worried about? What's in your pocket? It's the number 9 bracelet, isn't it?
It's the only way.
Ace, Guy X, and the 9th man's bracelet. That was all you needed to open door 3.
Yep.
That's how you killed Guy X all by yourself, Ace. All you needed was the number 9 bracelet in your chest pocket.
But then how did Guy X have Snake's bracelet?
If you want to play innocent, that's fine by me. Go ahead, tell me. I don't have the bracelet, if that's what you want to do. But if you could take off your coat and hand it to me, I'd really appreciate it. Otherwise, we'll have to take it from you by force. Right, Seven?
Yeah, it'd be my pleasure.
Well done, Junpei.
That's a lot of information in this ending.
As you so correctly deduced, I have the number 9 bracelet. I retrieved it while we were searching for the missing hardware for the Red. I left the room I was supposed to search and headed to the first-class cabin on B-deck. My purpose was to obtain the number 9 bracelet. 9 is a potent ally in the Nonary game. Adding 9 to any set of numbers won't alter the digital root.
Nope.
As you can see, 9 is a very useful number here.
9 could partner with anyone and go through any door they wanted. Yeah, he's definitely turned evil. Oh no!
With it, one can go anywhere, with anyone.
Damn buffering.
It is, I suppose you could say, a game changer.
I can say it wasn't on my end.
So I made for the first-class cabin to obtain it. In mere moments, I successfully acquired the number 9 bracelet. There was also an unexpected bonus. The knife the 9th man had used.
Oh. So was he the one that was stabbing people?
I quickly pocketed both of them and left. I made my way back to where I was expected to be. That's when I ran into Snake. Well, this guy X, actually. I spotted him ahead of me. He was heading for the large hospital room and hadn't noticed me. The man wearing Snake's clothes arrived at door 3. When he stopped, I walked up behind him and called out, "Snake." He turned around. He said nothing. His mouth simply hung half open. He seemed dazed somehow, almost like a man half asleep.
But it does still raise more questions. Who is this man? And where is Snake?
Perhaps he had been drugged. It wasn't important. I tend to gloss over little things like that.
Suppose Snake could have staged it, realizing that he'll probably try to murder Snake.
I was certain that man was Snake. I knew Snake had taken part in the Nonary game 9 years ago.
Yep.
Being blind, it made sense that he didn't recognize me immediately upon our first meeting. But why then hadn't Snake said anything to me later? Surely he hadn't forgotten what had happened to him in the Nonary game. But not once did he attempt to confront me. Did his lack of sight prevent him from fully recognizing who I was? Or perhaps Snake had conspired with Zero to deceive me? Regardless, he was a threat, and it was better to deal with him sooner rather than later. I had to get rid of him before he took action. With quick thinking, my plan went into motion immediately. I held the number 9 bracelet over the Red. I waved my own bracelet in front of the Red, and then grabbed Snake's arm and shoved his hand against the scanner panel. The door opened.
Snake could have taken the bracelet off of his own arm, but who was this other man, and how did he get it on his arm? Yeah. Well, not only 10, we also found a dead man in the captain's room that had the Zero bracelet.
I threw the man through it. 9 seconds later, the door... 81 seconds passed. After that, I returned to my post as though nothing had happened. After conducting my own search, I returned to the large hospital room when the 1 a.m. bell rang.
Ace, did you kill Clover?
Yes.
Why? Why did you kill her?
She was Snake's sister. It was possible he had told her something dangerous. Additionally, she had gone through door 1. It seemed likely she might have found it.
found it.
Found what?
Yeah.
Why don't you go through door 1 yourself? Perhaps it's hidden somewhere.
Yeah, but Lotus and I went through door 1 too.
We didn't see anything suspicious.
Yes. I thought as much after I heard your report at the central stairs. I doubt the two of you could find it.
Hmm?
Huh?
But perhaps Clover was different. Perhaps she had found it. I was, therefore, desperate to find her. And at last I did, in the first-class cabin. I spoke very calmly. Did you see it?
See what?
Don't act as if you don't understand. You were in the captain's quarters, weren't you?
Uh-huh. What are you talking about?
Very well. By the way, what are you doing here, Clover?
What? Nothing.
There's blood on your shoes. It looks fresh. Did you go take a look at the 9th man's corpse? I see. Your silence suggests that you noticed. You saw something, didn't you? You saw that his bracelet was gone.
No!
You aren't going anywhere.
Oh. So you're telling me that you killed her because she saw that his bracelet was gone?
You're staying here.
No!
Don't you run, little girl. That was how I killed Clover.
Sounds terrible to say, but it kind of makes it understandable how he's happy to kill these people. Because although pharmaceutical companies are supposed to help people, it's been proven time and time again that people have died from their products, and they don't change anything to do with the products unless they're sued, or they have a life-saving product, but they won't just help people who need it. They will increase the price until people start refusing to pay it. Then they'll leave it at that price. They won't just give it away. They'll charge as much as they possibly can for it, for profits.
You son of a bitch!
I admit it. I've lost. I have lost. Completely and utterly.
So these companies are, in a way, okay with killing?
Don't misunderstand, Junpei. I didn't lose to you. I lost to Zero, not you. I'm rather disgusted with myself for falling into such a simple trap. I looked the fool. And it was a trap, make no mistake. I was trapped and manipulated by Zero.
Everyone here was.
The man I killed in the shower room? If he wasn't Snake, then I have no idea who he was. But he was wearing Snake's clothes, and that was no coincidence. He had also been injected with something that reduced his cognition and prevented him from identifying himself or resisting me. And we can't forget the components that were removed from the red before we arrived. I have no doubt that Zero planned all of this. Zero made sure I would kill that man.
Quite possibly.
It follows, of course, that Zero knew everything I would do.
Exactly, Razzie.
That I would try to take the number 9 bracelet. That I would try to kill Snake.
I must punish them for the innocent lives they sacrifice. This is the only warning they will receive. That innocent souls might be saved, I now state the truth. Zero.
I think Zero is one of us.
Huh? Zero is one of us? No. Wait. There's one more person. Snake. The man who died in the shower room isn't Snake. That means he's almost certainly still alive. Maybe Snake is Zero.
Maybe.
Maybe he made Guy X wear his clothes so that we'd all think he was dead.
Maybe.
Where's Snake now? What if he's off somewhere laughing at us?
I wouldn't say laughing at you.
If he is Zero, he must have been lying to us about everything else. Is he watching us?
He can't be watching you. He's blind.
Well, I believe I've finished with my confession. Why don't we get moving?
What the hell is this shit? You aren't going anywhere, you son of a bitch! We're gonna leave your ass here to rot!
Why? Because I killed Clover? That's ridiculous. Why are you so upset that I killed the little bitch? She was nothing to you. A stranger you only met a few hours ago. Am I wrong? You bastard!
Besides the fact that I only met her a few hours ago, doesn't mean that they're gonna forgive you for killing her. You're a murderer.
Blindsiding me with a punch, huh? You've got some fire, don't you? I confess, I rather like a tough woman.
Well, maybe you'd like another one then.
Before that, let me give you one of my own.
Huh?
Oh, he
If
took
any of
the
you
gun.
so much as blink, I won't hesitate to pull this trigger. I've already killed 3 people. Don't think I'm not ready to make it 4.
There was a death in the first Nonary Games 9 years ago.
3 people? What do you mean?
Very well. Let me take this opportunity to illuminate you. The person who killed the 9th man was me.
Did you tell the 9th man?
Although I suppose to be more accurate, I encouraged him to get himself killed. While we were examining the main staircase, he came to me and told me his name. I recognized it at once, so I gave him a little push. Just a little white lie.
Because you recognized the name, you knew he could have revealed who you were.
It seems the settings for the dead were altered. Now it only requires a single person to deactivate the detonator in the bracelet. Investigate what's beyond door 5. We'll meet again later. And with that,
Okay. Have a good one, guys. I'm going off ahead now. Well then.
Why is it stopping? God damn it! You lied!
Ace lied. That's what he meant by you lied.
Open the door, please! I'm begging you! Help me! Please get me out of here! Get me out of here!
Either the 9th man knew who Ace was and could reveal him, or Ace killed him purely because he had the 9th bracelet.
Oh my god, there's no time left! Listen, I was lied to! He lied to me! He put me in here!
You could have just said, I suppose you probably didn't know his name, plus they hadn't... No, they had figured out code names by this point.
It was him! He killed me! It was him!
It was him. Why not just say it was Ace?
Ah!
I had 4 reasons for killing him. As I said before, in the Nonary game, the number 9 bracelet is of utmost importance. If I had allowed him to keep such a useful tool, he, or it, would have become a threat to me.
So he done it purely for the 9th bracelet.
As such, I decided that he should be eliminated early on. I wanted the number 9 bracelet. If I could manage to obtain it, I would be able to manipulate the game as I saw fit. I would be unable to acquire the bracelet unless its owner was dead. That's the second reason. Even setting aside his number, he would have been nothing but trouble for me. He was aware of my past. He knew what happened here 9 years ago.
Okay, so he also knew the past.
It was important that I eliminate him before he was able to disseminate this information. Lastly, I wished to conduct a simple test. A test to see if this Nonary game was serious, or a poor attempt at a joke. I needed to be quite sure. As such, I encouraged him to act against the rules so that I might observe the outcome.
I don't get your third motive. What the hell happened 9 years ago?
Didn't I say? The Nonary game was played. I planned it out, and I conducted its execution.
Yeah.
Why? What on earth was it supposed to do?
I don't really think I have any obligation to tell you that.
Hey, what's with this gun? Where did he get this?
Why don't you tell her, Santa?
On the other side of door 6, we found the gun in the coffin in the cargo room, right?
Yep.
The bastard must have grabbed it when we weren't looking.
Indeed I did. That was a pretty serious mistake, you know. Just saying you intended to leave it behind. Well, there isn't much time left. I'll be off.
Well, where are you going?
Do I really need to explain? I had assumed it would be obvious.
He needs Lotus's bracelet as well as his own with the 9 bracelet to get through the 9 door.
I have the number 9 bracelet, and now I have Lotus.
Wasn't there a door with a 9 on it in the room that looked like a church?
Lotus is number 8. He's number 1 with the 9 bracelet that equals 9.
That's where you're going, isn't it?
And how do you know that?
Santa told me about it while we were looking for Clover.
I see. Well, you are correct. That is my destination. But now I must say goodbye to all of you. Ah, and please, don't forget my warning. Move and I'll pull the trigger. I don't need her alive to open the door, you know.
Shit!
I think he has no plans to leave her alive.
He's getting away!
But we can't risk it.
Now, Lotus, open the door for me if you would.
At the very least, he'll leave her trapped in here after the door's been opened and he's escaped.
Goodbye.
Damn it! Hey, June, what happened? Are you alright? Jesus, you're burning up. Your fever's back. Are you okay?
I'm okay. Really, I'm fine. You should be worrying about Lotus.
But...
Jumpy, don't worry about me. I just need a little rest. Don't you remember? I just needed to rest a little bit last time.
Am I up to the last box yet? No. This is quite a long ending.
So please, please save Lotus.
Think about what Ace has already done, Junpei. When he's got what he needs from Lotus, you really think he's just gonna let her walk away?
Damn it. You guys go on ahead. Soon as June starts feeling better, we'll follow you. Go!
Huh?
All right, come on, Seven. We're going after Ace.
Hell yeah!
Santa, you take good care of June. I'm trusting you.
Got it.
Let's go!